It's time for our second annual Blogiversary question and answer video. So you guys left a bunch of comments and we're going to answer as many as we can.
First question comes from Jillian and it says, when do I get to see you guys? I miss you.
Come to our house!
You can't
Sorry.
come to Kansas City and go to a Kansas City Chiefs game and not come 15 minutes east.
Yeah, we
to
did
our house.
see that. Yeah.
We saw you.
Yeah. That's okay. We might try and see you for Christmas. Hopefully we can make that happen. We miss you too.
The second question is from Mrs. E. Carver, and she asked, cats versus dogs and why?
I would say I prefer cats because they're lower maintenance. Like, you don't have to let them out. You don't have to, like, you could just put a bowl of food and water out and they don't, like, eat all the time. Like, they're just more self-maintained, so they're easier. But I would like to have a dog that I could run with if we could keep it in the yard, because I don't want either in the house. Both are messy, so yeah.
I'd say dogs over cats, definitely. Something is just wrong about cats' personalities and their just superiority that they have.
Oh, okay.
Dogs are a lot more friendly and fun.
Most dogs.
And they can stay outside and you don't have to do anything.
Cats can stay outside, not in the city, but anyway. That's why we don't have any pets yet.
Question's from Haley, and the question is, what's your biggest project today that you have finished? Probably scraping the ceilings.
Or the floor, because the floor is technically finished now.
The floor is done, yeah.
I'd say the ceilings probably were the biggest, though. That was a huge project. We took all the popcorn ceilings off before we moved in, which was a disaster. But they look so nice now,
It
so
is nice.
I'm really glad we did that. Unfortunately, we didn't do the basement yet. Ugh.
The next question's from Bree, and she asked, when you're out of DIY and remodeling to do on your own house, can you come work on mine? I don't think so.
We're probably never going to be done. Sorry.
And Jason's doing just fine. The next question is from Erin, and she wants to know what the next project is to come.
Finishing the kitchen. No,
Yes.
just kidding. When all of that is done, I would say we're going to try and do something in the basement. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but something in the basement. Yeah.
Speaking of the last question from Erin, Ashley also wanted to know what's going on in the basement and what our plans are. Whether it's going to be a living room space, a man cave, guest room, playroom, or any other solid ideas. And I think it's a little too early to tell.
I think we're hoping to have some of all of the above. Like, eventually the guest room will be in the basement. I think there'll be like a living room, family room, playroom area, craft room. Probably not a man cave. Sorry.
No.
I don't know that we really need a man cave. I think he'd be just as happy if he had a garage that he could stay in all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next question's from Katie, and she wanted to know what's been our favorite DIY project that you can do in one afternoon.
That's hard. We're not very fast workers.
And drying time really puts a damper
Yeah,
on the
anything that you have to
afternoon.
paint.
Or stain.
Yeah. I think the map pin board that we did mostly in one day. So we made the frame and then we had to wait for it to dry and then we put the map in. So all together working time, maybe that could be in one day. But then I also think that the shelf over the doorway to the kitchen, you did that in like a few hours the night before our housewarming party. So
Yeah, that was really quick.
yeah, that was quick. I don't know if you guys have probably even seen that much, but it's currently not up because we took it down when we were painting that room. But anyway, yeah, so the shelf over the doorway or the map project.
I did spend about 15 or 20 minutes in the garage making a star out of wood.
Oh, I could show it to you.
That was a cool one.
Ta-da! It's pretty cool. Out of palette wood.
For less than 30-minute project.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Pretty cool.
Next is Aaron's question. If you weren't blogging about remodeling, DIY, what would you write about?
Wyatt wouldn't write. He would just watch TV.
I would probably
That's
actually...
not fair. That's a lie.
I would probably blog about work stuff more often.
Yeah.
Which
Like
is
computers
techie,
and
data stuff.
Yeah. I think I would probably do... I don't know, before we started our current blog, I was blogging about married life for a year, and I don't know, it might just be more creative. I don't know if I would really do like a diary type blog. I think I would probably just do more creative writing. I wish I had more time for that now anyway, and I don't take the time to do it, so yeah, I'd probably do that. Which is, I should probably do that regardless.
So the next question comes from Melissa.
Not me.
Nope, not you. What's the hardest part of remodeling and what's the best part?
The hardest part is how long it takes.
Yeah, because it seems like it drags on and on and on, and there's usually a bunch of days where you're doing a lot of necessary steps that don't look like much is being done, but that might be the hardest part for me.
I think that's the worst. It takes forever, and then it's just not going well, or if you find things that are like wrong or that won't work and you have to fix them. Yeah. The best part is being done.
Yes. Being done, enjoying the fruits of your labor.
Yeah. And I think it's just nice to know that you did it yourself and it's exactly how you wanted it. And it's done right. So we found a lot of things in our house from the builders or whoever was working on it before where they were cutting corners and not doing things how they should have been done. So it's good to fix those and know that everything's good.
Yep. The next question is from my mom, and she wants to know, what's the one thing you'd rather hire out than do yourself? After doing it a few times, I think I'd rather hire out most of the drywalling process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
It's
mudding
terrible.
and sanding drywall and stuff on walls, but especially on the ceilings would be the part that I'd want to hire out the most.
It sucks.
It's not fun. The next question is from Lauren, and she wants to know how we have the patience for remodeling.
I don't.
There's not a lot of patience going on over here.
Yeah. No, I think the secret is to just try and break it up into smaller chunks. So if you have a big project like the kitchen, which has taken us several months to try and break it up. So I think we have 2 like smaller projects within the kitchen before we can say that we're done with the kitchen, and that helps a little bit. It's not great because I'm like, it's been so long, we're never going to be done. But yeah.
Small projects within the big project. Next question's from Chris, and Chris asked, how upset, disappointed are you when you don't meet a timeline? And I'm not terribly upset because I'm not the one setting the timelines.
He would be fine if projects took forever and we never finished them.
Not forever. I work on them at the required pace, but they're just... Sometimes
He doesn't have that fire that's like, let's get this done as soon as possible. Whereas I'm here all day and I'm like, I cannot believe we're still working on this. Yeah. I'm not very patient. We've covered this a lot tonight.
The next question is from Krista, and it is, when your kitchen's done, any thought about blogging some awesome recipes that you might whip up?
Sure.
I'd say you'll spend plenty more time in the kitchen once everything's put away.
Yeah. I'm not very good about blogging recipes though because I tend to not use a lot of recipes when I cook, so it's really hard for me to be like, oh, I used 2 tablespoons whenever I really might have used like a half a cup or something. So that's hard for me. But sure, I could try it. It'd be fun.
Next question is from Jill, and she wanted to know, what do you plan to do with your massive backyard besides the garden? probably just keep mowing it.
We'd like to put a shed back there, but we don't think that's allowed in our subdivision rules.
I'd like to get rid of all the moles.
Yeah,
There's
I think
millions of them.
we'd like to have a fire pit or like a hammock or a swing or a bigger deck, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know when we'll get to that stuff. It's a long way down the list, I think.
Yeah. The next question is, what's your all-time favorite book?
It's hard.
I grew up in the Harry Potter stage, so I kind of like the Harry Potter books, and Dan Brown books are good. But recently I've read Freakonomics and Super Freakonomics, and they're kind of data nerdy type books, if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I really like Mark Twain. I've been listening to a lot of his short stories on audiobooks, and they're pretty funny, very enjoyable to listen to, I think. Wyatt doesn't like them.
I don't get it.
I like pretty much any of the sort of classic books. I mean, Jane Austen, all those sort of old-timey things. But I think one of my favorite book series to read recently is by Lillian Jackson Braun. It's the Cat Who series, and they're sort of lighthearted murder mysteries. They're really funny. I read those a lot, and I will laugh out loud. They're pretty funny. So, yeah. Yep.
The last question is from Dennis, asking if we coined the term Blogiversary. We did not.
No. Sorry to disappoint you with our creative talents. Okay, that's it? Yep. All right, we answered them all. Thanks so much for your questions. It was fun. I don't know if we were quite as silly as last year, but we must be just getting more mature in our old age. Speaking of that, it's Wyatt's birthday today, so yesterday, I guess, by the time I'm posting this. So, happy birthday, Wyatt. Mwah. My nose. Anyway, thanks, guys. See you soon. We're really gonna have as many outtakes this time.
No. Aaron with an exclamation point asked if you weren't bald.
Okay, I'll have to do some type of introduction.
Okay, so
Shut up. Follow me. It wasn't recording.
are you kidding?